My older brother Davis was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma on March 8th, 2006 when he was 10 and I was 8. When I first realized my big brother had a life-threatening disease, I really couldn't believe it. This happens to other people, not me. I thought, when it finally hit me, I was just numb with so many questions and so few answers. Throughout the treatment, I was incredibly scared for him, always worrying something could happen and imagining the worst situations. Never fully believing that it would happen, but being incredibly frightened at the loss. In July and August of that first year, he had 2 bone marrow transplants and a major surgery to remove a tumor. I was so scared for him, but I still trusted the doctors and knew that the surgery would help him recover. I remember when he came out of surgery, the anesthetic hadn't worn off, so he didn't quite remember who I was. That scared me to death. All these scenarios played through my head, and I was there by his side the second he woke up to make sure he still remembered his little sister. Throughout all this, I was so angry and confused. I was asking questions like, why me? Why Davis? Did we do something wrong? Something to deserve this? Davis went to remission after a year of treatment. We were all so happy. In fact, it was one of the happiest times we had together. He actually had a normal time at school, not being known as a kid with cancer. For 18 months, he was cancer-free. Got to be a normal family that didn't have to worry about medication, trips to the hospital, pain, or anything like that. I didn't have to be extra careful with Davis anymore. We could just have fun and play around like normal brothers and sisters. But he then relapsed in October of 2008, and it was a massive surprise that none of us expected. It was very frightening since I'd gotten older and really could understand and imagine the pain, the blood, and the suffering that he was experiencing on an everyday basis. The chemo he went through a second time wasn't as intense as the first, as sometimes the cancer was hardly even noticeable, but it was still there. In about September of 2010, it started getting harder and much worse. By Christmas, he was just staying on the couch all times. That Christmas was so hard. I was used to waking up and immediately waking up Davis up. I was used to immediately waking up Davis so we could open presents. That didn't happen, but we were still together, smiling and having a happy time. In March, everything really started to go wrong. Davis's counts were plummeting, and he was very weak all the time. I think we could all sense it was nearing Davis's end of the journey with cancer. We started making plans to set him up in one of the rooms in the Flames Rotary House. It's a place for kids and families to relax, away from the hospital if they're near the end. I had my last full conversation with my big brother and told him I loved him with all my heart. We arrived on March 25th, and he had a hard night. I woke up at 10 o'clock, and Davis was in his bed, breathing very heavily. Soon after, he took his last breath, and I held my brother's hand for the very last time. Being a bereaved sibling and only child, I felt very lonely. Even though I had amazing friends who were incredibly supportive, I just went into a deep depression. I would hardly listen, talk to anybody. I would just lie in Davis's room and listen to music. Kids Cancer Care was introduced to us years ago. Davis and I attended camp programs in 2010. Davis joined the Teen Leadership Program. Davis fought long and hard to attend the home build project and raised $2,600 as his determination was once again his driving force. Even though he was weak, he knew he could still make a difference. But due to his health and medical insurance, 2 weeks before we left, Davis was told he couldn't go. Even though I was 1 year too young to participate in the Mexico home build, they asked me to join in the Mexico build to represent Davis, my brother, my protector, and my biggest hero. I wasn't too sure what to expect as I only knew a few people. I was scared, upset, and not sure if I could live up to Davis's expectations. It turned out that the trip to Ensenada, Mexico in 2011 was incredible and empowering. It genuinely changed my perspective on so much. Meeting the families and having the opportunity to not only build them a house, but a home was truly amazing. It was a difficult time for me, but I believe everything happens for a reason. And by giving families in need a new start to life, it also gave me a new start to life and the energy to keep pushing forward. It really made me feel like I could actually give back. In March, I will be participating in my 3rd trip to Mexico. I really expect to take something different out of it this time. Just like last year, a realization came to me that every 15-year-old is really the same. We all have dreams, talents, loves, and friends. Everyone's human, and with this realization, a large part of my naivety was taken away. I feel like many of the other teens are like this too now. The teen leadership group has helped me through so much. I've gained many attributes from it, like responsibility, independence, and the sense of being a good person. The group and everyone in it has made me more dedicated to doing things that I want to do. It has also given me opportunities for the future. Because of cancer, not only me, but my whole family has met so many incredible people and had so many life-changing opportunities. Cancer is no doubt evil, but I can't change what happened. So I choose to take our cancer journey and pull out the wonderful things it has brought us. Use it as strength to move forward. This being my third year in the team leadership group, I've become very attached to the program and all the amazing friends I make in it. I love what we do and how we do it. I feel like we're not only inspiring each other, but we're inspiring others to push forward through hard times and do what they can do to pull the good out of the bad. In Mexico, I had the privilege to work with the Rotarians. It was so fun. They all put 100% to the build, and are always smiling and willing to lend a hand. I really found it special making friends with people older than me. They're great role models and great mentors. Because of our connection, I have built confidence and self-esteem. It is so important to have relationships with community groups such as the Rotary Club. You make young people like myself want to push harder, learn more, be involved more, and never stop making a difference. I look up to many Rotarians. I love all that you do for the world, making it a better place for young people. I admire you, and because of the relationship between Kids Cancer Care and the Rotary Club, my life and many of my friends are now empowered to be better people and leaders of today. I encourage you from the bottom of my heart to join the 2014 Mexico Build. Working hand in hand with the members of the team leadership group would definitely be a great way to learn more about us and form a personal bond. We'd get a lot out of it, as well as for you. Thank you for listening to my story and learning about this incredible program that I love. Thank you for supporting me, my brother, my protector, my biggest hero, Davis. Thank you.